Imagine a world where getting on a complex therapy is as easy as ordering at a restaurant. No app download, QR code, check, 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 and you're done. Imagine that you can provide that kind of experience for patients so that they don't have to fill out long forms, they don't have to download PDFs, and getting on your therapy is going to be just that easy and that much faster. That's the vision that we have for patients, for caregivers who are dealing with life-changing diagnoses.
Beautiful. I love it.
I'm Yishai Knobel, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of HelpAround. So growing up in Israel for 27 years, I was used to a universal healthcare system where everything was connected, single medical record everywhere, mobile, SMS, on the go. And when I moved to the US and I became head of mobile on the company that invented the first smartphone glucometer, and I saw what families of kids with type 1 diabetes have to go through, the endless juggling and the fragmentation of the healthcare system here showed me the burden that patients and caregivers are experiencing. And that's what triggered me to start HelpAround. From the second that you get diagnosed, and then when you get the prescription, having to navigate every step on the way, the patient is bombarded by multiple vendors and communication means where they are not sure what's the next step. They need to go through prior authorization, benefit verification. They have to go through a copay application. They need to apply for patient assistance program, foundation support, and about 35% of patients drop off in that process. And this goes for a specific type of medication category called specialty drugs. Specialty drugs are a mere 2% of the prescriptions written every year in the US, but it's a big one. It's more than 51% of all drug spending. So for the patient, it's a specialty drug navigator. But the key here is that for pharma companies, for the drug manufacturers that are looking to support patients getting on therapy, there's a huge adoption issue, an awareness issue among consumers, among patients. 84% of patients are not aware of pharma patient support programs. That is a huge number. That results in that third of patients dropping off in the first 3 months of the treatment. So what we built is a gateway to the specialty patient. No app needed, no separate environment, you don't need another brand. It's a gateway that routes all the vendors, all the partners, all the connectors, all the services that the patient is eligible to the patient in a multimodal way. So every patient can choose. Those that choose SMS, SMS. Those that want an app can get an app. Those who just want mobile web or a quick signature on mobile can do that. The big question is, why mobile? And the answer is that if you look at pharma patient support programs and you look at the traffic, 80% of the traffic that goes to pharma patient support programs is on mobile phones. But then when the patient gets to the patient support program, they find a brochure to download. And that is a bad experience. So allowing that gateway to a mobile patient journey, we are allowing patients to get on therapy 85% faster and stay on therapy longer, 51% longer, according to one of our case studies. So patients are, and especially caregivers, are relieved. They just went through a life-changing diagnosis. We're dealing here with lupus, we're dealing with cancer, rare diseases, parents who are overwhelmed, overworked. The speed in which we allow them to just finish their task. It's a very transactional task to go through all the forms and make sure that you utilize all the support and resources you need. But that's our mission, to make patients' lives easier. And we are doing that, and the feedback that we're getting from patients is that it's easier for them. And we're getting the same feedback from pharma brands that it's easier for them as well. It's easier for the patient, easier for the brand. Today, when you go and try to sign up for a copay card on a website, you can end up spending 10 minutes on your phone, trying to navigate the different forms, downloading, signing, sending, and after 10 minutes, you still don't get it. For us, when we put our platform, our gateway on that workflow, the average time to completing that enrollment was 2 minutes and 20 seconds. So that was a dramatic improvement in the speed to enrollment and the speed to therapy. And that translates into ROI for the drug manufacturer. In this case, almost $2 million for every 1,000 patients. So the speed of enrollment is one facet. Another one is how many does the patient actually enroll in the patient support program? And we are driving up enrollment to the patient support program, and there is a clear correlation among our customers between utilization of the patient support program and time on therapy. So collecting consent from the patient at the right place and at the right time in an easy manner translates into longer time on therapy. And this is before we start talking about the other support that the platform allows. For example, chat support with your case managers. For example, SMS updates on where you are, which also drive the time on therapy. The other key factor here is that we are an agnostic connector. We work with hubs, we work with specialty pharmacies, we work with copay companies, patient assistance programs. When a pharma company rolls out a new drug, integration to all these vendors is a nightmare. With us, we are already integrated to all these vendors, and there is no need for the pharma to start worrying around creating new integrations. We're seeing phenomenal traction. Our partnerships with companies like ConnectiveRx and IQVIA has brought us to many drug partnerships and connected us to a lot of patient journeys, and these partnerships continue to flourish both in rare disease and in specialty light, hub light, and everything that is in the middle. We are seeing a lot of traction, especially because that ease of connectivity is right there and it's available for any pharma company to utilize through their partners. So right now, it's really meeting up with the demand. So first of all, if you are a patient services or a brand marketing manager at a drug manufacturer that is looking to meet the patient where they are, today, patient centricity means mobile first. I'll say it again. Patient centricity means mobile first. If you're looking to be patient-centric, meet the patient where they are, which is their mobile phone, make it easy for them, don't require them to download an app, reach out to us, we'll look at your patient journey, and we'll make recommendations for specific experiences to get your patients on therapy more easily. For partners, for specialty pharmacies who are looking to provide better experience, for hubs, for patient assistance programs, copay, use our suite free of charge to connect to patients more easily and stand out there in the marketplace by enabling your customers to provide a better patient experience. You know, in 2022, we are all seeing a shifting landscape in terms of reimbursement, payments, copay accumulators. It becomes critical to have a touch point with the patient that works, that is proven, that is secure, that is mobile. As you navigate 2022 with all the uncertainties, make sure that you have a way to reach the patient. It's time to start now before new changes will come to reimbursement. The cost of drugs is a moving landscape. The out-of-pocket, the reimbursement landscape. Reach out to us and we'll make some specific suggestions on how you can be best prepared for 2022. Should I be talking to the camera or to you?
Israel?
Sure. Yeah, okay.